Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is also podcast Jax and Brittany Take Kentucky. It's our one season wonder. We're at episode 5, I believe, out of 6.
Yeah.
So thank God it's almost done because I hate this show.
You were done from the moment I announced like months ago that we were going to do this.
I know when I want to watch a show. And this
no,
is
I agree.
I was like,
and
we had to do it. We just had to.
Well, the treat that we knew was coming, which was Jax going to church, is behind us now. And
I
so,
know.
I'm
they
over
should make him. It was 2 weeks, so why didn't he go to church twice?
Really good point. Really good point.
There's 2 Sundays.
They probably couldn't risk it that like he would set on fire the second time.
I guess. Can I just say though, like Jax was immensely not funny. Usually I get a few laughs.
Alicia,
I didn't get any laughs this episode.
I went into it being like, damn it, I hate that this show makes me side with Jax.
Who the fuck?
And that's what we're
Brittany's
missing
friend
from this.
In Kentucky.
We're
I know.
really missing Zach in this. But if you watch The Valley. But I was going into it being like, damn it, now I have to sit down and side with Jax again. Like, I'm not ready for this. And I didn't.
He wasn't funny. He wasn't funny. Usually he cracks me up. He really does.
Yeah, which I don't want to side with him and find him funny, but without that, this is the worst show.
No, this is terrible. Can we just finish it up? Okay, yeah. What happens? Just tell me what happens. I took many limited...
You have to do your intro. We've got things.
Oh my God. I just want to get it over so bad. You're right. We do have things. I forget that we have an Instagram, a TikTok, a YouTube, a Patreon. All the links are in our description. I can't believe I forgot that. And I can't believe I forgot to say, please be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. It really helps the podcast. I can't believe I forgot that because I just hate so much. All I saw, I was tunnel vision all the way to the end of the episode so I could leave.
I agree. Also, in your ratings and reviews, well, I guess this is a review, put what show we should do for a one season wonder. We'll take it into consideration.
Yeah, do that. You could DM us. You could DM me personally so that we can argue about which one. Usually Meredith's really on that. I turn my phone mostly off during the day as to watch TV at my office desk, and I don't want it ringing so that I can ignore the slacks that I get as well.
Yeah, I'll give out Alicia's phone. It is.
Yeah. No, find me on Instagram. You could DM me personally and I'll argue with you from the hours of 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern when I'm actually on Instagram. And we can argue because if you give me a dumb idea, I'll say, no, I'm not going to fucking do that show. Similar to how I did that to Meredith this time. And here I am.
But I get to pick these. I run the show here. So let's dive in to the terribleness that is this. Previously on Jax and Brittany, we went to church. Jax is getting a ring made. Jax also matched the donations for Brittany's brother, but he also thinks Brittany has lost her spark, which we've heard a million times. Brittany saw her ex-boyfriend, and he asked if she had a ring. She does not. And Jax just doesn't want any problems with the ex. You know, Jax is super chill.
We just want to be cool. He buys the ex a drink. He's like, hey, man, I don't want... And
I don't want anything.
The ex also didn't want any problems. So I don't know what the issue was. But Jax, to be clear, no problems.
No problems. So we pick back up and we are at Sherry's house. Brittany is crying, which is very confusing. I was like, wait a minute. What is going on?
That's all she does.
And Jax has left. He got in the car and he's out of here.
Yeah. We don't know where he went.
No, Brittany is upset and she talks with her sister and saying that Jax got drunk last night and he almost fought someone, which this is the Jax I know. Like, we're back, baby.
We got problems again. That's Jax.
Not problems.
Jax is a problem. So
that's what I was going to say.
The problem is back. And I am disappointed because if you remember, he was wearing a jacket and not a chunky sweater. But my question is, did he take his jacket off to threaten to fight someone? Point. It didn't look like it from the clip. It looked like he left the jacket on, which is upsetting because half the fun is watching his clothes on the asphalt.
Absolutely. And like him ripping it off in a parking lot, charging at someone.
Will he forget it? That's my question. No, but if he leaves it on, he won't forget it. That's my question.
The problem is, I put money on the ex-boyfriend if he's getting into a fight with the ex-boyfriend.
100 times over. Jax has drank 20 fish bowls. Of course the ex-boyfriend's gonna win.
Oh my God.
Of course.
This morning, Jax did apologize at first, but then he took it back, which is classic Jax. And he took off like we saw. And Brittany also says that Jax threw the $12,000 in Brittany's face.
That's rude. That's
and
rude.
Said she was ungrateful for it, which is crazy.
No. You volunteered that shit. It's not like Brittany asked you for a loan.
Right? And it didn't go to Brittany. So why does Brittany have to be the most grateful person? She should be like a normal amount of grateful. That was so
nice.
Yeah, but like in the moment. Why does this fight that has nothing to do with her brother trying to conceive a child via IVF, why do we need to throw that in here?
There is nothing I hate more than when you do something or someone does something nice for you and then like you later are arguing or like not on great terms with that person and they go, well, this is what I did. We've moved past. It's similar to if you're in a fight with someone and you forgive them, you got to move past it. You can't hold these things. Oh, now if Brittany was like, you never do anything for me or my family, and then Jax could be like, well, but if he's fighting someone at a bar and she goes, cut it out, and he goes, well, I just gave your brother $12,000. That doesn't really hold up in a court of law.
Because then what it also means is, okay, so you just gave my brother $12,000 to basically buy me off from any future fights. Like, what the fuck does that money mean to you then?
What are we doing? I can't be bothered with this man. I hope he got lost in town.
Well, he also does this with Brittany's boob job, which is even crazier because Jax is the one that wanted that.
Jax?
Yes, she wanted smaller, and he was like, if we're doing this and I'm paying for it, I'm getting what I want.
He's basing it off of Peter's ex-girlfriend Sarah's boobs.
Who we saw in a flashback. Well, we didn't see her, but we saw her son in a flashback.
And, like, he got to pick that, and it was for his He wanted it. Brittany was perfectly fine without the boobs. And he said, no, let me spice you up for my own enjoyment. And she now can't, and may I just say, in present day, Brittany should get these boobs removed.
Agreed.
Because they no longer suit what's happening on her. Actually, I don't know if she already got them removed. She went through a child.
I don't think so.
Either way, this didn't benefit her in any way. But why is he bringing this up? I can't.
The way to hold not only the thing with her brother, but then the boobs he wanted anyways over her head is crazy. And to top that, Brittany has heard from her parents that Jax is going around saying she has lost her spark, which we have heard many times.
He told everyone.
Yeah. And Brittany says that basically he can be a little bit mad because she this morning called him old.
Did she lie?
No. And Jax is like, come back. And so they're trying to chat. And
wait, can I tell you something? For as long as I have been watching this show, for as long as I've been alive, I have yet to be as old as Jax in any episode. I could still go back to season 1 and I'm still not as old as Jax.
Oh my God, how old was he in Vanderpump Rules season 1?
I think he was 32.
We're approaching our Jax age, but like that just tells me I'm so young.
No, that tells me Jax is so old. Of course Brittany can call him old. She's a few years older than us, but at least like in this show, she is 27. When did this come out? 2015?
17, I think.
Okay, we were 22, so we're 5 years difference from Brittany. He is 10 years older than that. He's 37. I have yet to be as old as Jax at any point when he was on TV. I want to make that so she can call him old. It's
absolutely.
So
and Jax's comeback is, well, you don't mind taking money from this old man. My guy. You act like she literally lays at home and does absolutely nothing. I get so infuriated, especially in today, when people are like, you don't have a job. I'm sorry, being on reality TV is a job. You are getting paid for that.
Yeah, I mean,
like, she can afford her own life. Back then she could. And today she's the one supporting the household, which is even crazier. Him talking about this stuff in this show and even in Vanderpump Rules.
No, literally. Also, I just did like quick math. He was definitely well over 30. He was born in 78.
He was born in the 70s?
He's like, he's closer to age to my parents than he is me.
Yes.
So like, when did Vanderpump Rules came out in 2013? 88, 98, 2008. He's already 30. So he had to be well over, because then you add another, what, 5?
Yeah, he was 35.
I have yet to be as old as Jax Taylor. And
you know how people say, like, whenever you're younger, people are like, oh, they compare their 20s and they're like, wow, like, this is just the first season of Friends. I'm going to do that in the opposite way. I'm not even Jax Taylor season 1 of Vanderpump. I'm not even at that shitty, like, he's doing shitty things at 35. And I feel like I have had my life together more than him, or like in the same comparison of him at 35 since I was like 22.
No, literally, our lives haven't even began. We're infants still. We haven't even been born. Yeah,
it shows how much of a disaster he is.
After he got arrested.
Stop.
Dated so many women.
Cheated on so many women.
Watched the movie Drive at least 1,000 times. Like, this man has lived thousands of lives.
Terrible
and we're not
lives.
even as old as him yet.
Wow.
We have so many years.
We have so many mistakes to make, and then we won't even reach the threshold that is Jax Taylor's life.
We'll barely get punished for them.
Yeah.
The 35, we're still children.
We won't have to bribe someone to get into heaven compared to Jax Taylor.
No, we've already done our good. At 35, if we even turn as bad as Jax Taylor at 35, we still won't even be as bad as him. It's amazing. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I can't believe he was so old. So he's mad because
he's mad because he gives, or like, she doesn't mind taking money from that old man. And Brittany stands up for herself. She's like, I work hard. She does say she works harder than Jax, which, no, we don't need to compare here. Like, you guys are working at SUR and on a reality TV show. Like, you're not, like, out in the mines every day.
She should have looked at him and said, of course I don't mind taking money from you. You've been alive for 100 years. You've been working since the prehistoric ages. Like, what are we doing? I'm a young chicken. I haven't even made a dime yet. You've been doing this. Anyway, sorry, I'm over.
No, you're good. Brittany sticks up for herself, and that makes her emotional. And Jax is like, shut off, the waterworks. You don't need to, like, cry now.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's more funny you making fun of him. Shut off the waterworks. That's exactly how he sounds.
And she's like, stop degrading me. And he gets so upset. He walks away. Classic.
I hope he gets lost.
Brittany and Mama talk, and Brittany fills Mama in that Jax was yelling a lot this morning and that he really thinks he's above Brittany, which, clock him, sis. Please clock him. So Mama wants to talk to Jax. She's going to set him straight, but I don't have high hopes because why are all the women in this family obsessed with Jax?
And no, I knew this was going to go so bad for Brittany, and I felt bad. Anyway.
Well, Jax is out in the farm somewhere, and Mama finds him, and Jax is pretty annoyed because he says that he just wants to be alone, and he can be in a city of 12 million people in LA and be alone, but with 7 people on this, like, 7-acre farm, he can never find any peace.
I never want him to know peace, so that's great, Mama. Keep
that is really, like, small-town family living on, like, one property vibes.
Like, if we're just gonna be, like, so realistic about it, you don't know the 12 million people. Of course you could be alone. Everyone on this farm knows. Like, if we're not even gonna be funny about it, like, logistically, you're gonna be more bothered on this small farm.
By the people
you're not going out into the 50 acres. You're, like, a block away from the home.
That's so...
Like, if
you could hide. Go to Dad's house,
amongst
get the camo.
Trees, what are we doing?
You know what, please actually go walk into nature.
I can't believe Mama found me in her own driveway. That's crazy. Mama just looked out her window. Like, he's so, I hate him.
Well, Jax says that Brittany needs to get over it, and honestly, he doesn't remember a lot from last night, though. Shocking. He's gonna defend his behavior. He doesn't even know what he did.
Oh my God, this is why I wish I was gay. Anyway.
Mama says that he should just tell Brittany that he doesn't remember a lot. He won't. But also Mama says that women just take a lot of, like, longer to get over things. So she's not going to get over it.
Fuck you, Mama.
She shouldn't have to get over it.
Fuck you, mama. How dare you say I need to take some time to get over it? No.
She just says in general, women take longer to get over things.
Don't tell me, mama. Because listen, I get over a lot. But if you really piss me off, I'm holding on to that for centuries.
Well, it's that he apologized and took it back. So I'm supposed to get over it when you're fighting against what you don't even know happened last night. And you won't apologize for your erratic behavior. Then you're berating me in the morning. And now you have two things to apologize for. This is lasting forever.
Also, I've only had a chance to get over it for about an hour. Give me some I haven't even had a full night's sleep. Excuse you. Anyway, fuck you, Mama.
Mama honestly is more concerned about Jax missing the chores this morning. The chores. So we gotta get it together. Yeah, absolutely. So Mama is still on the hunt to fix this. She goes and finds Brittany and says that Jax did admit that he was wrong. And Brittany is like, yeah, he'll admit it to you. He won't admit it to anybody else. Like me or Tiffany, who he yelled at. Like, come on.
He'll admit it to you because you're Mama. That's what she says.
And Mama says that honestly, the best thing to do, like for everybody to do, is just not talk about it. Let's just sweep that under the rug, babe. Let's ignore it for the rest of the day. We have a lot of chores to get to.
Listen, I don't want to speak ill of the dead. I don't know who Papa. Is Mama dead? No. I was going to say, I don't know the kind of man Papa was, but Mama, he does not sound great if you're like, let's just sweep everything under the rug. If that's the kind of wife Mama had to be, I don't even want to know Papa.
Seriously.
Sorry.
Seriously. No. Well, anyway, it's chore time on the at the barn. And
exciting.
Brittany basically says that life still has to go on at the farm even if you're mad at each other. So chop, let's get to those chores. And Mama gives the tasks but leaves. So these two have to like work together and things are so awkward. Like Jax
they gotta like water the chickens.
Yeah, and Brittany's like barely helping him or like moves slow to do it. And then they're like slightly doing things next to each other. They're not really talking. Jax has to go to lunch with Mama, so he leaves early to go get ready. And Brittany's like, I guess I'll just finish this by myself. But
sorry, Brittany.
They don't talk. Jax just wants her to get over it, which Jax and Mama on the same like wavelength.
That's because they're closer in age than him and Brittany. They come from the same generation.
Okay, I will say Jax is closer to Brittany than Mama.
No, I don't believe it. Show me the birth certificate. This man actually acts like he's 80.
People did have kids really young, so I'm not sure what Mama's age is. You're so right.
Yeah.
Why am I going to age Mama?
Her and Jax share a birth decade. They're both the 70s, probably. Probably not.
Probably not.
I'm just saying their ideologies line up more so.
Yep.
So I'm just saying.
Well, it's a good thing for those two because they both head into town for lunch just with each other. And Jax has been here for 2 weeks and he says it's gone by quick. It is not for me as the viewer.
No, this has been the longest 5 episodes of my whole life, and they're 30 minutes.
But Mama does say that alcohol was the cause of the fight last night. And Jax is like, oh yeah, I mean, we drank a big old fishbowl. And Mama is a little appalled.
Well, she's like, you only had one, right? And he's like, yeah. Cut to him stealing the single mom friends' fish bowls.
Oh my God. I wish they would have put up like a drink counter because I would love to know how far in deep Jax was.
And I get alcohol was the cat. I get that. But also, Mama, don't go blaming alcohol on everything. Jax is a shitty person, drunk and sober, okay?
Well, what's so hard is Mama is so anti-alcohol that she's just like, oh, it was the alcohol. Babe, no, it's that man.
Mama. Fuck off, Mama. Let me drink my fishbowl and black out in peace, please. Thank you.
Well, Mama is ready to move on from this fight, and she wants to know if Brittany knows anything about the ring that Jax showed Sherry and Mama that first episode. And Jax is like,
that Jax stuttered? You notice he stuttered a little? I don't think the ring is real.
Of course it's not real. Again, this is as real as Craig Conover's ring. Like, come on.
I'm beginning to believe that Jax didn't have a ring.
This is crazy. He's like, no. Like, I want it to be a surprise. And also, like, I am not going to propose until I know that there's no issues. Which is crazy to be like, we can have zero issue, or we have to have zero issues in our relationship before I ever propose.
Well, Brittany lost her spark, which he again tells ma'am.
That's an issue. Yeah, we got to tell one more person in this group that that's the reason he won't propose.
You know, Jax, he's a perfectionist. He's got to make sure everything's perfect.
Yeah.
For taking that next step. And it's
not
not
only,
him. He's already perfect. But
oh,
he's not,
no. He is fine. Because not only did she lose her spark, but because she lost her spark, she's also gained some weight, which, like, he would never say to her. Like, don't you worry. Like, Mama asks if he throws it in her face, and he's like, no. But
all I did was buy her a gym pass. Yo, like, for Christmas, I bet, too.
I bet anniversary or Valentine's Day.
Also, you're not going to tell me Jax is not the type of dude to watch Brittany, like, grab a slice of bread and him be like, are you sure you want that?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're going to want that bread?
And what's crazy is he says later in this episode, I think, or at some point in this show, he says, like, oh, I'm going to miss, like, home cooking. I think it was sitting here with Mama. Like, I'm going to miss the home cooking. Like, we just eat TV dinners at home. If you're that concerned about you guys gaining weight, why don't you cook some food?
Because he wants a wife from Mama's century who cooks and cleans. And
it's crazy how much he hates Kentucky. And, like, this is the life he wants.
This is where he was meant to be, honestly. But, like, yeah, he gets home and he's like, oh, Brittany didn't make anything. I guess we're all eating TV dinners and now Brittany's going to get fatter. And, man. And then thank God for Mama, who's like, I think you also put on a little weight. And he's like, I don't think so, Mama.
And he's like, oh my God. And then they get up after lunch and he's like, you really hurt my ego. And Mama was like, hell yeah.
For once, I was like, Team Mama.
But I'm like, get him, Mama.
I mean, Jax. Like, let's be honest here, you know? And it's just age, too. We're all aging. Our bodies are changing.
Jax, you're no longer the spry 35 that you were when Vanderpump started.
And that's why there's no need to degrade other people for their bodies changing as well. And maybe if you paid attention, Brittany beforehand said that she was underweight and it probably wasn't healthy. So it's a good thing she has a little something now because at least she's getting nutrients in her body.
What's crazy, Alicia, is when like Jax and the dad talked, I think they talked about her gaining a little weight too. And Jax is like, no, I love exactly how she is. Yeah. I love her having curves. And it's like, okay, are you going to berate her about it and buy her a gym membership or do you love it? Because this is classic Jax to switch his opinion based on who the audience is and like what people are saying.
No, he's actually, I'm not surprised. I can't sit here though for a minute in the show and say I'm surprised by anything Jax does.
No.
I think that's why we're not even that mad because if you asked me to predict this show, I basically would have gotten it correct.
Yes.
This isn't, anyway. Yeah.
It's just like fresh. I'm so sorry. I forced you to watch this, but we had to.
We had to. I had to know what I was missing. It wasn't much, but I had to know.
Yeah. Well, we go to Don, the dad's house, and we have 2 days left in Kentucky, and it's a really cold day. So Jax and Brittany are bundled up, and they're about to go four-wheeling, which is perfect, because when you're four-wheeling on two different vehicles, you can't speak to each other.
I was nervous they were going to have to share. Like one of them hold on the back, but no, thank God.
Thank God Brittany gets to be alone. And so we see just a montage of them going. Jax sucks at it. He basically gets the four-wheeler stuck and almost tips it over.
Do you remember that show on MTV that was like, it was like Jersey Shore before the countryside?
Buck Wild.
I got it. Buck Wild. That's what this gave. Was Buck Wild.
Yes.
That was a show. Anyway, sorry. Sheldon's reality TV was crazy.
Anyway. It was. And then they stop to talk, and Jax says he misses LA. And Brittany's like, okay, I wish you didn't just want to go immediately back to LA and enjoyed spending time with my family, but let's talk about our fight. And Jax just does not want to talk about this. And he immediately blows up and brings up the $12,000 again that he gave her brother and says that she should be grateful for it. And she's like, whoa. I am thankful. But again, why are we bringing this up?
Has nothing to do with the argument.
Yes. And Jax says a lot really needs to change when we go back home. And I literally wanted to grab him straight out of that TV and strangle his neck.
I love when she was
My God.
she's like, I'll change, but you also got to put some changes in. And he's like, I don't need to change. And then he's like, but you're not perfect. And she's like, neither are you. And he's like, I never said I was. And I was like, yeah, you kind of indirectly kind of did.
Yeah.
He's
well,
like,
she's like, I'm not perfect. And he goes, yeah, not even close. Like,
the saying when it was like you're talking to a brick wall, that was made because someone had a conversation with Jax Taylor in the 1800s.
Yeah, but can you imagine if the brick wall was berating you back?
I'd rather be dating a brick wall than this man.
Agreed. Like, it gets to the point where he's like, I'm not going to enable you anymore. No more 12 p.m. wake ups, bad eating, and not going to the gym. My God.
The crazy thing is, Brittany's like not even big. Like, it's the craziest thing. God forbid Jax Taylor like go out in the actual world. Like, he would be shocked.
He's just so rude to her in every capacity. Anytime he feels slightly triggered, like he says, Brittany needs to change. And Brittany's like, I will. You should change a little bit too. He's like, you're fat. I'm like, why do you have to attack her?
Here's the best thing, though, is like now as women, we know that men have two insults, and it's either you're fat or you're ugly. So let's just like move on. Like, Brittany calling him old sent him to leave the property. That is so funny. And he's sitting here like, Brittany, you're fat. And she's like, I don't really care. I'm going to continue arguing with her, which just shows how little what he says means to anyone, but how triggered he is by like everything. And like, oh my God, Mama said you're a little chunky, and he's
still thinking about this to this day.
Someone clip that video and send it to him every day of his life. Every day.
Don't challenge me.
He's so we're gonna get blocked again. He's so insufferable. Like, this man is crazy. Anyway, I'm not surprised though.
No, they agree to basically disagree on a lot of this stuff. But Brittany overall says that the trip has been good, and Jax feels like he was set up to fail in a lot of it because, and we get flashbacks of his time in Kentucky. There were no coyotes when they went hunting, and he's colorblind, so he couldn't find any frogs. He's like, nature's against me.
I don't think it's just nature. I think it's the higher beings that are.
I was about to say, I think nature is against you, and like finally, like a woman is standing up to you.
Mother Nature hates you for sure. Whatever God you believe in definitely hates you too. I hate you, so I'm against you. Just know everywhere
Brittany
you go, someone
finally today does hate him.
The only support this man has is Sherry and Mama,
and maybe his sister. Sucks. Which, like, you can have your sister. That's
you can have that's fine. Anyway, I don't know what we're talking about.
Well, we are moving on. We are back at the farm, and Mama has something to show Jax and Brittany, and she unveils a little baby pig. His name is Bacon Bit, and Jax is freaked out.
That's wild. Bacon Bit? Are they going to kill that? If they kill Bacon Bit to eat it, I'll never recover.
Well, it'll take a while because it's a baby, thank God. But what's crazy is Jax is also a baby because he's fucking scared of this little pig.
But that's like if you name your kid Lord of the Flies. Like, your kid's gonna get killed and eaten.
I know, like, but it's fine. Like, it's a pig.
Poor Bacon Bit, man. It's a cute pig. I also, though,
I liked it.
As not an animal person, I was a little like, I don't want to pick up that pig. You pick it up and maybe like give it to me.
I know, but he was even scared when Mama picks it up. And he's like, oh my God, it's going to get loose. And it's like, relax.
Yeah, he's dramatic. Bacon Bit wasn't going to do anything to him.
No, if it gets out, it's going to... Yeah, well, I think they do. But still, it's just going to run away. Like,
do they?
It's not coming after you. I bet it does. It has teeth.
Think about pigs.
That's okay. But Jax is, again, over these animals, over everything. He just wants to get back to normal life. We now go to Don's house, the dad, and Brittany is here alone. She's going to sit down and talk with her dad. Jax was invited, but he really wanted a night alone in the bunk beds.
He just needs a naked girl on his ceiling. He's all set.
God.
I was like, this is your girlfriend's mother's house. Like, calm down.
Relax.
I was glad he stayed back. I feel bad for the cameraman that they're like, hey, Jax isn't coming, so you have to stay with him in the bunk bedroom.
You have to monitor him.
No. Why can't I go to Brittany's dad's house? I just feel like that would be, like, the camera guy's like, I don't really want that assignment. But the poor intern, he got to stay with Jax.
He got it. Well, back over with the other cameraman at Brittany's dad's house. They are currently praying over their hot dogs. And you know what? Yes. This is a prayer I will accept. A prayer for the dogs.
A prayer for the dogs. Got that dog in them, you know?
Just, they made it wrong, in my opinion, but that's okay.
How'd they make it?
They had ketchup and mustard on it. And
that's fine.
I want a Chicago dog.
Okay. Multiple questions. Do you boil hot dogs or do you grill them? How do you make a hot dog?
Preference, grilled. When I was a kid, I couldn't start the grill, so we would boil them as a child. But no, I don't want them.
Some people are anti-boil. I'm not anti-boil.
I don't think that is my lowest of lows, like, desperation. I would rather saute it in a pan.
Oh, I kind of like a boiled hot dog. All right, we're on opposites. Next question. Okay. You do no ketchup on your dog?
I will if it's the only thing there.
Born and raised in Chicagoland, I love hot dogs with ketchup. That is my
Do you put it with other things or just ketchup?
You're gonna kill me. I'll only do like ketchup and onion.
I love onion on it.
Stinkiest shit. Yeah.
I love mustard. And I don't want ketchup and mustard on my hot dog. I can only do one. I don't like it mixed. I like it both. Oh, really? I love mustard.
And
I want a full
relish.
Chicago dog. Love me some relish, especially a pickle, tomatoes.
I would do tomato. I already have the ketchup though, so I don't need the tomatoes.
I get that.
But I will say, listen, speaking of people from LA, I went to Pinky's in LA one time and I read the menu and it said a Chicago dog. And I was like, oh my God, they put lettuce on that shit. And I was like,
this isn't a hamburger.
I went up to, dead ass, I was one of these people. I went up to him and I was like, Chicago dogs don't like have lettuce. And he was like, yes, they do. And I was like, no, they don't. And he was like, what do you want? Crazy. And I was like, I don't even want a Chicago dog, but I want you to stop serving it with lettuce.
Yeah, you're like, don't degrade Chicago.
No, he was straight up like, what do you want? And I was like, nothing. I want you to stop insulting this hot dog with lettuce. Good. Anyway, that was but I love a boiled hot. I will say though, the kind of hot dog you cook is that fuck Oscar Mayer. Terrible.
100% terrible. Beef. You got to go 100% beef.
100% beef. And I think the Vienna hot dogs are the best. I'll say it. I live with Nathan's hot dogs now, and I hate Nathan's hot dogs. I don't like them. I had them on the grill recently. Oh, it was terrible. They're so salty for no reason. The hot dog is the main event, but you don't have to add a bunch of shit. You don't have to
do much. 100%.
Oh my God. Vienna beef is the best. Anyway, I agree. Side note on stuff when they were praying, I thought about the hot dog.
I was staring at those hot dogs.
And I was like, so good.
I want one of those. Well,
yeah, they're great.
They have other things to discuss, not the dogs, like we just did for 10 minutes.
Doesn't matter.
Brittany is telling her dad about their fight and Jax throwing things in her face. And dad is really concerned that Jax is trying to control Brittany. And I'm like, thank you. Again, this man is the only person clocking Jax's shit.
He's the only man I trust with my life on this show. I love him. He's my favorite character.
Same. He says he isn't 100% on board with Jax. Like, thank God. It's so clear we're not in. And finally, Brittany understands that.
Even Sister Tiffany is like still like, Jax is kind of good.
Which is crazy.
He yelled at you.
I was about to say, like, Jax is just being like manipulative with dad. He's fucking yelling at Tiffany. But I think Tiffany probably gets pressured by Sherry and Mama being like, he's so great. And she's like, okay, I don't want to disagree with them.
No, this is a toxic family. The dad 100%. Is the only one. Me and dad, we're aligned. He's my favorite.
Yeah. Well, Brittany says to like win over her family and especially her dad, like Jax has to show more good than bad. And Brittany also wants to see more good. And I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Brittany, this is your wake up call. That man does more bad things to you than good things. It shouldn't even be like 51% good. Like, he is destroying your life. And you are just like, I hope he'll be nice to me tomorrow.
But he does all these terrible things. The crazy part is in her family's home. Like, that we're not even behind closed. This is in front of cameras too. Like,
right.
I can't imagine what happens in their own home when there's no cameras. Like,
he couldn't even keep it together for 2 weeks.
He couldn't keep it together for 2 days. He was already losing it. Like, Anyway, thank God for Dad.
Thank God for Dad. And that is the end of the episode. So next time on Jax and Brittany, which is the season finale, Jax is corralling some chickens. He also plans to propose in Kentucky. Jax has seen Brittany's old life and doesn't think it's better than their life in LA. And Jax's money doesn't equal Brittany's obedience. And Jax walks away.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta be the way I have scoured the internet for fucking anyone in this show, and the way, like, nothing is there. I scrolled back on Brittany's Instagram for fucking decade before she entered, before Vegas. I was, like, down there. There is no one tagged. I searched her friend Ashley and her followers private. Yeah. I searched another friend that popped up. Doesn't exist anymore. There's also 1,000 Ashley. So I went through the people on the show do not want to be found. And so I have to at some point respect that. She doesn't even tag her own brother. Like, we are done with this show, and they hated this show too. Probably because none of them said, hey, don't marry Jax. Yeah. And now they're fucked. So I just want to, this is what I'm going to do at the end. So currently, this won't be released until later, and I understand that, but the Valley is happening. Yeah. And so we do talk about, like, real time things that are happening on this, because, like, fuck it, who cares? But I did see a preview for the reunion where Jack says that Brittany lost her sparkle, and I straight up went, that's wrong, because it's supposed to be lost her spark. Like, I was like, he got it wrong. He got it wrong. Supposed to be spark and not sparkle.
Said it so many times. You'd think that would be ingrained in him.
But the worst part was Brittany was like, yeah, Jax, I did lose my sparkle because of you. And I was like, it's spark, like, Brittany.
Don't validate him. Like, don't do this.
Anyway,
don't give him any credit.
I thought it was funny. And like I said, I scoured for anyone. But
that's okay.
I couldn't
the next series, you've got it. These people, you're right, don't need to be found.
They don't want to be found. She did, though, can I say, in my scouring, she used to post all the time with her nephews. Like, when she lived in Kentucky, she was which is understandable. She's living on the same property as them. Yeah. But she was so close. I cannot imagine how sad she was, like, moving away from all of them. And
it sounds like that she, like, did kind of want a fresh start in a new life and stuff. But yeah, that shows that it wasn't her losing her spark. It's that she really missed her family. Like, I think you and I wouldn't have been as close with our, like, siblings moving out of college, you know? Or you don't live on the same property and, like, have families together. Like, we lived with our families, like, during COVID, and, like, a lot of people have been, or, like, our generation's moving back into our homes a little bit more. So we're getting that extra quality time that, like, kind of Brittany had, that it is really hard to then go long distance. I have that with my nieces and nephews, and to spend, like, every day with them, to, like, not seeing them and talking to them for days is hard.
Which
and
also,
she's such a family person.
I know. It also kind of shows, like, when you're famous, you have to respect the people around you. Like, I've always said, which I won't, because I don't want to be famous, but if I ever, for some reason, like, was going on a show like Love Island, I knew I was going to be famous after or whatever, I would fully remove everyone from my private Instagram, make a public one separately. Agreed. And I would never post my friends or family on that public one. Like,
and my private one would have the people I trust immensely in the world.
There'd be 10 people, maybe. Yeah. But, like, Brittany no longer posts with her niece or her nephews ever. But back in the day,
stories up, but she doesn't do grids.
Back in the day, oh my God, all she did was post with her nephews. Like, it was so cute. Yeah. I don't even know what these people look like. And the nephews are private. And I was like, this family does not want the public eye, which is fair. Except Sherry. Sherry's fucking public to the world. But we saw that one coming. But yeah, it made me think, and I was like, you would have to just respect your family like that. You would just have to be like, if you don't want to be posted, I will not allow anything. Yeah. Which is great. Anyway, I tried. I can't. Anyway.
A valiant effort, but this was another great one.
It was fine. Anyway, do all the things I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. And with that, love ya.
Thanks for joining. Bye.